in 2000. And that's when I did my very first duplex flip in California. And so I've been full-time real estate for 25 years. I've never seen more opportunity than I see right now. There's never been a better time to learn a real estate side gig than there is right now. That should be interesting, because here's the net of why. Wall Street is investing in real estate like they never have before. Okay, prior to 2012, guys, Wall Street only did commercial properties, commercial retail, commercial multifamily, commercial industrial. Wall Street is buying single families, they're buying duplexes, they're buying fourplexes, they're doing ground level development.
We have a whole development near where we live that is rent. It's brand new and
build
it's
to
all
rent.
rentals, and it's all Wall Street.
Wall Street's in build to rent now. So Wall Street, now that they're in my playground, yes, they're a competitor, but they also become a buyer of my deals, right? So if I get a deal, if Trav gets a deal for $120,000 under contract in Charlotte, off market, he's probably got 3 funds that he could sell it to for $135 tomorrow. More buyers, more people in the sandbox, more opportunity. Question? Yeah. Well, you know what's really interesting? I have a friend here in the Intermountain West. He's a farm broker. And so he's a very specific niche of real estate. He's a realtor for basically farms and for buyers. I've never seen the amount of private equity and family offices buying raw land just to hold it than I have. He's telling me in the last 100 years, we've never seen, typically farms. In fact, 20 years ago, farms in Indiana sold for like $1,000 an acre, unimproved. And now we're seeing 10,000 an acre is like the starting point. Yes, like one of the biggest ones that he sold a ton of farms to is the Gates Foundation. They've been buying billions of dollars of land out here in Idaho, the Mormon Church, between what they own and what gets left to them. And I'm looking at a parcel right now. Somebody literally left them. It was like 80 acres at $25,000 an acre in value. Somebody died and left it to the church. And so it used to be that single-family homes and single-family home investment was mom and pop. And it used to be that farms, yeah, you would see some corporate farms, but now you have Wall Street, private equity buying land, and then you have family offices and private foundations buying land. And then you have the other big entrance to real estate investing in the US is international. I watched Chinese investors only, 25 years ago, they were only by like Vegas, Florida, New York, Seattle, right? Not anymore, dude. They're buying Missouri, Indiana, international Indian investors, Chinese investors, Japanese investors. They're all buying, because in the US, we've made it very easy for foreign investors to own here. It's easy for them to set up a bank account with their passport, unless your passport's from North Korea, right? It's easy for them to set up an LLC. I tried to buy, so I saw maybe 15 years ago, I saw basically Section 8 housing up in Scotland. They call it council housing. And so it's like the local council pays the rent to the investor. And so they had like $70,000 row homes in Scotland that you were getting 1,500 pounds a month for. Now you had to pay utilities, you had to pay insurance, but it was still like 14% on your money. So I'm like, dude, why wouldn't I buy a couple of those? I go check on them every 2 years and golf. Like, it's like the perfect write-off. And so I tried to buy one, and just to get a bank account in the UK, I basically had to be sponsored. I mean, it was very, very difficult. I know, I didn't know you. It was, right? And it was almost, if you didn't know someone, you couldn't just get on MLS of Scotland and buy a council housing with that, like it didn't exist. But if you live in South Korea, you can get on Zillow and make an offer on a duplex and set up an LLC and buy it without ever having to come here. You have to understand that that's a function of real estate in this country, that obviously there's pros and cons of that, But as an investor, it's very interesting because it just means there's more. If you think of real estate money as this river, Wall Street in your playground swells the river. I just have to have a ladle, right? And international investors here swells the river even further.